Yo, what is up, everybody? Welcome back to an episode of Smart Minds, Good Times. Today I have a very special guest, Cdot. Say what's up, bro.
What's up, man? What's up? Blessings.
How's your day going?
Hey, man, it's all right. It's this rain kind of in the way, but
yeah,
it's been stressful. But other than that, it's been cool.
My boy David was telling me earlier that it's like that throughout all the East Coast. I think there's gonna be like blizzards and tornadoes and stuff.
Yeah, like the schools was like canceled early.
Yeah,
because I work in the school system. My girl do too. So.
Oh yeah, what do you do at school? Like the school system?
I just started, but I'm a teacher's assistant.
Okay.
Yeah, so I just started doing that.
So
yeah, so like I just come in and help the teacher, basically.
Okay.
Yeah, that's all it is.
You know, you grew up in Southside, right?
Yeah, Southside.
Okay.
Richmond.
What was life like growing up?
My life it wasn't like dangerous. It wasn't like, Southside got a bad rep. But my life really won't like that, to be honest with you. And I think a lot of it was because who my mom was, who she had me around. And also I'll say that we was just a lot of stuff that was normal was not really normal. You get what I'm saying? Like it was stuff that we was used to that when I moved to the county, it was a culture shock for them. You know what I'm saying? But it was normal to us.
But it was could you give an example?
Yeah, I'll give you an example. When I was in middle school, I remember somebody got killed and they was like in the middle of the road. I lived in apartments. I lived in St. John's Wood growing up. And I remember our bus couldn't go to that park because the person died, right? And we just walked. It wasn't like a somebody died. It wasn't
nothing crazy.
It wasn't that to us. We just chose a different route, or we didn't ride the bus. That's all we did, and we walked home. But it wasn't like crazy. You know what I'm saying? As it should have been. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I said it was kind of normal to us. And then, where we was from, where we was doing and stuff. But I wasn't, like I said, I wasn't involved in anything crazy or nothing like that. I grew up around it, but I wasn't like...
It's hard not to be in it when you grow up around it, right?
Yeah, but it's like, it all starts at the house. It depends on, who your parents are, where they have you around.
Yeah.
Like, I wasn't like, a street dude or nothing like that. My mom not hood, none of that, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, and, my mom got a real job and all, you know what I'm saying? So it's like... My mom never really had me around that stuff, but I also always had friends around it, and my mom worked in the mental health field too, so a lot of her clients may be from different areas too. That's why even though I'm from Southside, I know people in the West End, I know people in the East End, I know people in the North Side. Like I know the whole city. Like I'm one of those people that can go to the whole city and not have issues, or go to different hoods and not have issues, because I know people from all over just because of the work my mom did, you know what I'm saying? But Southside, I really grew up in, so most of those people I went to school, elementary, middle, and all that, with. So
you said you went to Bird too, right?
Yeah, high school. Yeah, so I moved to Chesterfield high school. Yeah, so that's where, like I said, it's different. And Chesterfield, I ain't really like it like that.
Really?
Bro. Yeah.
I live in Chesterfield.
Yeah, I do too.
I thought when I moved from, because I grew up in Northern Virginia, Woodbridge area.
Okay, yeah, I know what that is.
When I came to Chesterfield, I like Chesterfield a lot. It's a lot more peaceful.
I didn't like it. I mean, it was peaceful, but it's like the city. It's a little bit more going on. Like and it's close. Like in Chesterfield, if you want to go to like Popeyes or
yeah, it's right there.
You gotta drive. You know what I'm saying? Whereas in the city, you could just walk, and it's right there. So that was the difference. Like I lived in St. John's Wood, and the middle school I went to was right across the street. So we go home from school, go straight home. So it's like, it was more rooming to walk around and do stuff.
Yeah.
I feel like in Chesterfield, you just kind of like stuck. And then I ain't like, when I got there, me being from the South Side, it's like a fantasized thing, like for Chesterfield people, like they want to be hood and all of that.
Yeah.
I didn't like that.
Yeah.
That kind of turned me off, because I didn't come to Chesterfield for that. I came to get away from that. You know what I'm saying? So that's another reason why I ain't like it either.
No, I do feel you on that, because I don't know why it is that
it's
I think
it's just how it is. I mean, just like, city and county, that's just always how it is. People want to be from the city, but they from the county.
Yeah.
Or they, in the county, and they, they fake street and they got big houses. I'm like, it's crazy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Like nowadays, all the Richmond area, even the Henrico, Chesterfield, it's all getting a little bad though.
Yeah, I mean, because you gotta, like we were just talking about, people want to be street, and then people got ties too. Like if you from I'm gonna tell you this is a real thing. most kids that live in Chesterfield, they daddies and mama from the South Side. You get what I'm saying? So you got to think about it. So they got cousins that live in the South, live in the West End. So if you add all that together and then they become cool, then they gonna get involved in certain stuff.
That does make sense because like I guess people in the city that live in the city might try to go look for things, or people in the county, and then vice versa. People in the county might go look for things, or people in the city.
Or it's mixed though. Like a lot of people from the county is from the city. You know, that live in the county is from the city. So I've ran into that too. Like I met a lot of people that was from the city, and we just connected because we was from the city. And then also, what I didn't know, see, I'm from Richmond, and you know Petersburg is over there closer to Chesterfield. So we didn't really I don't really know nobody from Petersburg like that. Okay. To be honest with you, but when I moved to Chesterfield, it's a lot of them. They street too. They don't. People forget about Petersburg. That's more dangerous than Richmond sometimes. So you know. You know,
my bad for asking, but how old are you?
I'm 24. 23. I turned 24 in February 13th, man. So
you know, I don't know if this is a compliment or not, but I thought you was a little older. I thought you was like 27.
Nah, man. I'm 24. Yeah.
So
appreciate you.
You graduated like 5 years ago, man?
Yeah, for high school. I just graduated from college, though.
I saw that. I was going to bring that up. You know, but at Bird, right? What was it like? I know schools in Richmond, like in the city, and schools in the county are a little different.
Super different.
Nowadays, they're getting as bad, but
super different.
What was the big change for you?
I mean, of course, the county is more structure. Yeah, it's not less, you know, hood. But also, I feel like I've noticed like racism and stuff too. You know what I'm saying? Because you don't really see that, you know, in Richmond. I mean, you do, but not as much as you do in the county.
Here, you know, that's one thing I did notice. Because I'm literally, I live in Chesterfield. I'm not from Richmond or nothing. Right. But like even like me being around here in the area now, it's like you could tell a lot of people that I don't really see no racism, no like hate, nothing. It's a lot. It's more of like the people that accept a lot of other people and cultures here. Right. But I mean, that's just how the city is. That's where people go to for
exactly.
that.
And then in the city, you know, you can't. I mean, you know, it's dangerous. You know, if you talk, you know, bigotry and racism, you might get beat up in the city. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah.
You know, if you don't mind me asking, right? Because I was going through your Instagram page. I saw one of your posts when you graduated, actually. When you got your bachelor's at
Virginia State.
For mass communication, right?
Yes, sir.
I mean, one thing that I wanted to ask you about, if you feel comfortable sharing, because part of your story is you said you had 3 concussions before the age of 16, correct?
Yes, sir.
You want to tell a little bit like the story behind that?
That really was a part of me moving to the county. Okay. Because with my head injuries, like I was like a straight A student, and then I had my head injuries, and then I became more like a C student. You know what I'm saying? Okay. My grades went down, my behavior started acting crazy, you know, stuff like that. So that was a part of me moving to the county because they don't really take like, you know, IEPs and stuff like that serious in the city. So we moved to the county. We had more of a better, you know, situation as far as with the disabilities and stuff like that. Yeah. So
yeah. You know, how was college though? Because a bachelor's is a 4-year.
Yeah,
degree,
4 years
right?
for sure.
How come you want to do mass communications? I mean, it goes hand in hand with what you do, but like, what made you want to go for mass communications?
The reason why I even got into interviewing, podcasting, you know, A&R is because my cousin, I got a cousin that's in the industry. Okay. He runs an online website called allhiphop.com.
I saw that in your bio.
Yeah, okay. So he's and they've been around for 20 plus years.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so he's been in the game forever. So when I got up with him, I'm gonna tell you my 10th grade year, the summer of my 10th grade year, he took me to New York. And I got to meet my favorite artists. I got to meet Young and May. I was a big Young and May fan at the time. Oh, you met Young and May? I got to meet Lil Durk. I saw you know that. What I'm saying? So it's like, he just kind of like floated me around the industry and just showed me, you know, what they do as far as the mass comm side, the journalism side of things. And I just fell in love with it. And when I got back to school, I left Bird and I went to this other school called Carver College and Career Academy. Okay. It's in Chesterfield, and they had a journalism club, and I started on the journalism club. I would walk around doing interviews because it was like a trade school too, so different businesses would come in and try to hire kids as soon as they graduate from high school. So I would interview different business owners, I would interview teachers, students, And, you know, that's really how I got my start in it. Like, just walking around. That was what I did. It was like a club.
Yeah.
Walking around with a mic, camera. I did it all. Recording, editing, all that. So I just kept doing it, bro. That's really what happened. And then before that situation, I didn't know what I wanted to go to college for. You know, people say, go to college, go to college.
Yeah.
Had no idea. But once, you know, I found you could do that, I was like, I could do that.
Yeah.
I like to talk to people. I'm a big fan of the music, all that. So
it's crazy how taking one path leads to several other things.
Exactly.
It all came from what, a school club?
Yeah, exactly. I really put it to my cousin, like, because I feel like him taking me, you know, that summer, like, really, like, changed everything for me. You know what I'm saying?
You know, how is it that he got in touch? Because I know he's like a media page, right? But how is it that he gets in touch with all the rappers?
He's been around for so long. So he was like, All Hip Hop was the first black online magazine.
Okay.
Yeah, so not first black magazine, but online. Like, they ran online at one time before social media.
Okay.
So he's been in it for so long. It's like he got connections. He interviewed everybody. My cousin literally interviewed everybody from Jay-Z to he just interviewed Boston Richie. So you think about Jay-Z all the way to Boston Richie, someone that's out right now. So he didn't, you know, interview everybody.
Is that also how you got to meet Wiz Khalifa?
All that, yeah. All that's all hip hop stuff.
I saw it. It was Wiz Khalifa, Conceited, Lil Durk.
Yeah. Well, Conceited, that was at Virginia State. That was just some Virginia State stuff. Cause like during homecoming, people just come through. So I just took a picture with Conceited. That was just like Virginia State vibes. But most of the other people I met is through my cousin. You know what I'm saying? Working with him. Yeah.
Well, out of all of them, what's been your favorite one you met so far?
Favorite. I say probably Wiz. Wiz the most genuine dude I ever met in the industry. One of them. But yeah, real genuine, nice guy.
You know, is there any other like rappers or people that you've met that you didn't post? I know you say Young and May. I didn't see her on the page. But
yeah, I haven't posted the Young. It's because I had a page before that. I had like a page with like 8K, bro.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, back in the day, but I got hacked. So
damn.
So this like my new joint. So I'm just like reposting a lot of old stuff. But I met some more people. I met Southside, the producer. That be with G Herbo and them. You know what I'm talking about? 808 Mafia.
Oh, 808 Mafia. Yeah.
I met him. But that was like on some spirit of the moment stuff too.
Yeah.
Like I just one of those people, I just be like, you know, finding stuff and be meeting people. Like I went to a G Herbo concert at the National in Richmond, and I just stood by a black bus I saw. And he just came through. He was on tour with him, and we just chopped it up.
You kind of were waiting for him?
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah, just chopped it up. So
that's like a hit or miss moment because they're not guaranteed to take a picture with you.
Exactly.
And everything, right?
That's why I say besides Wiz, I would say he the most genuine. That's why when they was coming at him for the Funny Marco stuff, when I met him, he was like super solid. He was solid to the point where I was with one of my friends and his picture was blurry. He could have been like, man, you know, I got to go. Yeah. He retook this picture for him. You know what I'm saying? He didn't have to do that.
And I'm sure he knows like 3-5 more seconds of his time means the world to somebody else.
Exactly.
You know?
But that's why I said he's solid. He had to do that. So
I saw you may also T Grizzly at Ember Music Hall.
That's another situation. I be always knowing about the events, and then I work for the radio, so I always hit up the events early, like to get media passes. So that was one of those situations. I hit up Ember Music Hall. They was like, yeah, we'll get you one. You just got to repost, and I just waited, and I met T.
So. My bad. That kind of caught my attention. So since you're in the radio, you can get a media pass, and it's like backstage to meet the artists and everything. Yeah,
it depends on what type of media pass. You gotta work it, bro. You can't like when I met Benny the Butcher, man. That joint, I really like worked that joint, bro. Cause I had hit up. I do research, so I found his tour manager. Yeah. I DM him. He didn't DM me back like for 3 weeks. But he DM'd me back the day of the concert and was like, yo, we got a ticket for you. And then I kept DMing him because we got in, but I was like, nah, I want to see Benny. And he was like, I kept DMing him. Like, he was like, bro, just text me. He got frustrated. He was like, he gave me his number and everything. The tour manager was like, yo, just call me. So I kept texting him, kept calling him. And I got back there. He sent somebody to come get me. And we was back there with everybody.
Oh yeah, that's that persistence. You know what I'm saying?
That's what you got to do.
Somebody else would have just sent that one text. Oh, he didn't reply.
Yeah, that's not the game, man. You ain't gonna make it like that. So.
Do you remember when Sexy Red came into town maybe a month and a half ago?
Yeah, of course.
I wanted to get her on the podcast. I hit up her DJ Cartel Sosa. And
what'd he say?
He told me she charges anywhere between $5 to $10K for an interview.
I'm sure. If
I didn't have to buy a car, because I crashed my car around that time, I would have paid the $5K to have her on. But I mean, he got me he replied back to me. But it's you do have. I see how you mean. You gotta like kind of work your way around, like little.
Gotta work your way around
little web to reach the spider. I guess I don't know.
It's hard, and then like you said, people be charging for interviews and stuff now too. I don't know about that. I don't like that.
You don't like that?
Nah, I don't like that.
I think I can see where they're coming from because it's like, yeah, I guess there has to be some sort of like mutual transaction where
I get it.
Because I guess I'll get all the benefit off of them.
Right.
She's already done plenty of other interviews, but I think it's one of those things where it's like, it's just to get your foot in the door. And I'm sure from Sexy Red, I won't have to get charged to get other celebrities. It's kind of like an investment, I guess.
I get what you're saying from that standpoint. I be thinking about it like, you know, like when Funk Flex say everybody can't come up here. You know what I'm saying? It's like, if I want you on my platform, I don't want to make it so like people feel like they can, you know, pay their way to get on there. So that's how I be looking at it. Like I don't really like that because then everybody gonna be like, I'm gonna send you 1,000, you know. And then it's like, nah, I don't really. I interview people I want to interview. Like I never interview nobody that was just random. I
saw. I forget his name. B Sounds.
Yeah.
I believe B Sounds, and when I came on there, he said he charges people. So is that when y'all at the dinner plate?
That's his joint. That, you know, the dinner plate is B Sounds joint.
Okay.
I'm just a co-host, so you know what I'm saying. And he owned the station too. So
he does.
Yeah, he one of the owners of the station too. So yeah, that's B joint. But you know, I rock with B. But I'm just saying, like for my platform, that's just not how I move.
Yeah. Oh, that makes sense. You know, it's like because that's the one issue I'm having right now. A lot of people who want to come on, or they ask themselves how much you charge.
Yeah.
But I don't want to feel like.
Exactly.
I don't want to be paid to sit here and talk to you. And when people pay, I feel like they're going to want to get their money's worth, or they'll come here, act a fool, or just try to get some attention. And it's like, I won't even feel comfortable. You know?
Exactly. That's why, like I said, when I, you know, because I do the podcast and interviewing too, I don't really, you know, unless it's like somebody important, somebody I really want to interview.
Yeah.
You know, I have a list of people I want to interview. You know what I'm saying? Like if Jay-Z, I'm paying it.
Oh,
you know
yeah.
what I'm saying?
Jay-Z,
I'm paying it.
I feel like that dude probably charges like probably a couple million.
Yeah, but it's like it's Jay-Z though. You know what I'm saying? So that's how I feel.
You know, earlier when we were talking about mass communications, what exactly was like, were they teaching in college about that?
Mass communications? I'm going to be honest with you, bro. I went to John Tyler first.
Okay.
And I learned more there than I did at State. I learned way more there. But mass comm, from a wide perspective, they're gonna teach you how to write articles, like for a publication.
Okay.
They're gonna teach. They have a podcasting class now. Like
really?
when I left, I'm like, wow, I was doing it the whole time. And when I left, we got a podcasting class.
Damn.
So yeah, they got a podcasting class now. But they also teach you how to edit videos, shoot videos, like different projects. I had to do like music videos. I had to do like, you know, news commercials, all that type of stuff. They teach you how to do that. Also, it's a radio side. So my radio class, we had to make like a radio station, put all these songs together, put the little bridges in there where they make the little, you know, all that. You got to do all that. You got to do commercials. You got to do ads. You got to edit where, like, say if you did an ad and you smacked, say I smacked in it, I have to learn how to take that out and make it sound like I didn't take that out. Okay. You know what I'm saying? So it's all that type of stuff. A lot of editing, a lot of work, bro.
Yeah.
A lot of work.
No, so. You know, that's intriguing, though, because I guess it goes hand in hand with what you do.
Yeah, for sure.
If I were to go for that, it kind of goes hand in hand with what I do.
Right.
But,
yeah, it was learning because, like, some of it I might not use, but, like, I look at it like this. Like, if I have a podcast and I hire a photographer, something wrong with the camera, even though I'm not good with cameras, but I know how to work it. You know what I'm saying? Or if, like, I have an editor and he can't get my job, I can edit it myself because I know how to do it. So,
you know, between like podcasting and the radio, what do you think is more your vibe?
Podcasting, for sure.
Podcasting? Yeah,
because I'm more of a one-on-one talker like this. This is where I excel. I'm not really good at like crowds and stuff like that. So yeah, and I've been doing interviews forever. So that, like, I used to in the city, how I got like a little notoriety during the COVID. I used to interview people on Instagram Live, like all the rappers, like all the big time rappers at the time. So that's really how I got like a buzz in the city. That's why people today, even though I don't do that no more, people today know me because of that.
Okay, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, because after you know, we had WTO at the station.
The same night, yeah. You know, I'm going to be honest. When they came in that room, and it was like, what, 10, 15 people?
Like, they brought the whole squad, bro.
I'm gonna be honest. I had knew who the little kid was. Yeah. I didn't know which one he was. I think he was the first one that walked in.
He was the one with the mask on. He had the ski mask on.
Okay. Did he have glasses and like a black puffer?
Yep.
Okay, I remember.
That was Kiddo. But like, I'm gonna give you an example. When I at that interview, me and Kiddo was talking. He was like, "Yo, you interviewed me in 2019. I ain't never met you in person." But because what happened was, so the dude Sko, it's his junk. So I DM'd him. So I think he just hit him up, was like, yo, we got an interview. So Kiddo ain't know who he was, was doing the interview.
Yeah.
But he did his research in the car. And he was like, oh, that's dude. Like, I know because I talk to Kiddo all the time in the DM. Yeah. So, like I said, people just know me just from doing that back in the day. So I had a little buzz in the city, a little something.
I'm curious, that interview, because how many people did you guys actually interview? Because it was a lot of people in there.
We everybody touched the mic.
Oh, really?
Yeah, everybody. And then I rock with them because they had a family vibe. Nobody was like, no, I didn't feel like nobody was like, nah, I'm the man. You know how I go. Everybody was cool. Everybody was, supporting each other, all of that.
So they were all a label, right?
Yeah, WTO. It's a bunch of them, bro. And they brought the whole squad to the dinner plate, bro.
So was it artists and
and they had their producers. Yeah.
Okay, that's hard. Hard.
Yeah, I think they had the video guy too, bro. Like the whole family came through that joint. Yeah.
I was like, because this is the thing. I didn't want to look bad. I look bad, but it's like everybody walking out. I was like, oh, what's up? Yeah. But then I saw it was like a whole football team. I'm like, yo, I can't dab up everybody.
Yo, and then I know how the game is. Like if you interview, if you hit up someone like a group like that or a label, sometimes the label will be like, yeah, we'll bring like a no name or somebody that just came out. You know how, especially if they don't know the platform. You know what I'm saying? Unless we was like the Breakfast Club, they'll come through like that. But most of the time, they bring somebody small. So I'm thinking like, man, I ain't gonna see Kiddo and all them. I ain't gonna see all them Brat and all them. But they brought a whole team. Like it was like 20 people.
It was.
Bro.
It was a lot of people.
Like so I was surprised off that. But that just showed how real they is and how they move.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's dope.
Question time.
All right.
Let's see.
Bet. Let's get it. One skill you want to master. One skill I want to master. It's a good question, bro.
Get you thinking, right?
Yeah, that's pretty good. One skill I want to master. Sheesh. I want to say it had to between rapping and podcasting.
Well, I think the podcasting you'll master as you go, because I think the saying like 10,000 hours. It takes 10,000 hours of doing it until you like master it.
Master it. Yeah,
I mean, you probably good amount.
But probably the rapping. I ain't done it in a while though.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I started off as a rapper, bro.
So you were actually making music though?
Nah, I never dropped nothing though. Okay. Like I was known like on some like neighborhood or some school stuff. I was the guy at school that beat on the, you know what I'm talking about? Yeah. That was me. I really was that person back in the day. So, and then you talk about me being an A&R too. Like people used to bring me people. Like I used to be in class and they'd be like, "Yo, it's a new guy from school. We want you to hear him rap." So that's like A&R. That's like, that's managing right there.
So A&R is just like
yeah, like it's kind of like a manager, but not really. So like an A&R for a label basically will get the artist and say you got an album coming out. I'll go in the studio with you. We'll hit up the producers, hit beats, put the album together, send it to the label. So that's basically what an A&R is. But I'm saying like I kind of always been destined for this because I was doing that in middle school, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? People sending me people that rap, that became rappers. A lot of these people that rapping now, they was not rappers or they were rappers when I knew them. So
it's kind of like the music scene that also went hand in hand with like the interviewing and stuff, right?
Yeah, but I'm saying but this is like before anybody was on. Like we was just in school. You know what I'm saying? But I was known as the guy that if you rap, you knew who I was. Type. Okay. So I was that type of dude. So
yeah. Oh yeah, shit. If you could connect with people like that and stuff, I mean, it's like putting a small situation to bigger use because it's the same purpose, just in a different situation now.
Different situation, exactly.
So when How long you been doing the dinner plate as a co-host?
The dinner plate, I ain't been there that long, bro. But I started off as an intern for 101 The Fam.
Okay.
And I just became a co-host. I want to say about maybe 6-7 months ago.
Oh, so it hasn't been that long.
But I've been working at the dinner plate for a year and some change. It's coming up to November, it'll be 2.
So, when you're on the radio, that was the first time I ever touched radio or anything to do with that. It's very fast paced, right?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, because you got breaks. So, and you got to think about it. If you listen in your car, you don't really want to hear talking for an hour and 2. You know what I'm saying? You want to hear music in between. So, yeah, it is going to be a little bit more faster.
Okay, yeah. that one was one of those things, it's very fast paced.
Yeah.
How long did it take you to get used to that? Because if you did podcasting is
slower. Yeah,
we could be here for an hour, 2 hours, 3 hours. It doesn't matter. But radio is it was quick.
I think because at first I was an intern, I just used to run the board. So they used to let me talk a little bit. So it was I didn't really have to it wasn't like this. I would just say a little something. And then they gave me my own segment. B Sounds gave me my own segment. And then after that, some of the co-hosts left. He asked me, I want to be a co-host. So that's really how it went.
Okay, yeah, because, it was one thing that, it would caught my attention to it after I don't know if it was before or after, they were telling me, there's people from Puerto Rico listening, people from here.
Yeah, because it's online based, so you got to think about it. 92.1 on any radio station here, if you go to, you in Woodbridge, right? You say you from Woodbridge. You might not hear 92.1. You know what I'm saying? You might not hear 106.5. It might go out if you're riding in the car. So online, you could just press a button and listen to it, just like your Spotify, your Apple Music. So, yeah.
What's been maybe your either your favorite interview on a dinner plate you've done so far, or the most memorable one?
Probably the one with you WTO. Because they just gave me access to the Instagram. I run the Instagram, so who DM you, that was me.
I figured it was.
Yeah, so it's I run the Instagram now, so I booked everybody. So that was all me. The whole thing was me. So it was that was kind of dope for me because I orchestrated the whole night.
Yeah.
And then it ended up being our last night because we ain't going back to February. We ended off with a bang.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
a lot of my friends really enjoyed the interview. I thought it was a real smooth process, how the questions y'all were asking, how it was fast paced, but it was at a good pace.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, but I mean, I liked it.
Yeah. So that was my jump. So that was my best one for me because I did all of that.
Was that the first time you coordinated one or?
Have I booked? I booked some people, but not nothing like that. I haven't booked a whole night like that.
Okay.
Yeah, for sure.
If the radio is let's just say 101.1 The Fam is the radio station. You guys are we
are a show on the radio. Yeah.
So 101.1 The Fam, when the radio station, do you have to buy a radio frequency or how does that work?
They already have it. So you could really get this on there. You could get if you could talk to the owners and pay. You could get your show on here.
Okay.
But the thing is they trying to run it like a real radio because they want to syndicate it so you can't cuss on here. You know what I'm saying? That's the bad thing about it. But yeah, you could get it on here, bro. All you got to do is hit them up. But it's a lot of different other shows than the dinner plate. It's a lot more shows.
So would I have to hit up B Sounds?
You can hit up B. He's one of the owners. You can hit up B.
That's the one thing I do remember. You told me not to cuss, and it slipped up twice, but not intentionally.
I mean, it's not a bad thing. I mean, we'll fix it. But I'm just saying, you know, they just want all it is they want to run it like real radio.
Yeah, that makes
real
sense.
radio, you can't cuss. So
yeah,
even the Breakfast Club when they do that, they cut it out and then they put the thing on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? So,
what about on your podcasting side? When was the last time you posted a podcast episode?
I've been slacking, bro. Because what happened was I lost in touch with my cameraman. Just a lot of behind the scenes stuff.
So was it kind of like this process right here?
Yeah, for sure. I only so I used to do it at first just audio. Like when I first started, when I was doing the thing on Instagram Live, I was doing audio, and I was interviewing my friends, and it was like good topics. Like I did one of my friends. She's black and she dated a Caucasian guy before.
Okay.
So we did a conversation about interracial dating. You know what I'm saying? That's a hard subject, especially at the time. We're talking about George Floyd, all of that's going on. So And then we did it on the day that the Loving case, the Loving versus Virginia, when you know anything about that case?
Loving versus Virginia. I'm not sure.
It's a movie called Loving. So when interracial dating was illegal back in the day, when you couldn't date, you know, interracial, it was a couple, black lady, white man, last name Loving. They actually lived in Virginia.
Okay.
Yeah. So Loving versus Virginia is the case of, you know, when interracial couples became legal in the U.S.
What was that?
So, what year? I don't know what year that was. I ain't gonna hold you, but
it was like
back in the day, yeah, back in the 60s.
If it was anything past, like, yeah. So it was even if it was 1960, that wasn't that long ago.
Yeah, exactly. So we did a podcast on the anniversary of that date. I did one of my homeboys. He's a amateur boxer. He's from New York. We was talking about New York drill had just came out. We was talking about the difference between New York drill and Chicago drill, and he was kind of giving me his perspective because he like from Queens. And, you know, telling me about what was going on in their scene was different from the Chicago scene. So I just used to interview people about, like my friends, we just used to interview different stuff.
That's how it starts, though. Yeah. It's hard going straight into it and getting people you don't really know or guess. Because, like, even with this, I think my first 15 episodes were friends and people I knew. Word. And then that's when it went to States on Rocky. And then after that, it was people I didn't know.
Yeah, they started hitting you up.
Yeah, that's I mean that's you got that's like your practice, I guess. Though your friends is like, okay, you get comfortable doing what you do.
Exactly.
But yeah, I mean that's how it goes. You know, how about I completely lost my train of thought.
No, go ahead.
No, it's like since you're kind of like you're in the mix, right?
Yeah.
So even being a radio host or being an interviewer. And you know how when you guys ask me, like, how do you stay out of the drama stuff? Mm-hmm. And one way or another, does that also come to you? Does it involve you in a way? Bro. How do you deal with it?
See, I'm from it. So like it's wars going on in the city. That's what I'm gonna say. Especially in the South Side. Because the way the South Side divided up, you got uptown and you got bottom. I'm from uptown.
Yeah.
So people that's into it with, I know them personally. You know what I'm saying? Like, I got family members into it with other people. So it's like, it hit me different because, like, I really know people that's in it. It's not like a far removed from it. So, yeah, I'd had situations where I had to interview people or was ready to interview people. And, my people hit me up, like, don't interview him. He dissing this, and that. Yeah. So it's like, I just kind of be like moving. I'm the radio guy now. Like, that's not, I ain't on nothing. But, yeah, for sure. But like I also have a mind frame of it too. Like I make sure I know what's going on. Like I don't want to be oblivious.
Yeah.
So yeah, I make sure I'm going on. And then even when I interview people, I have a conversation before I press record. Who y'all into it with? All of that. I learn the whole thing before I record anyway.
Oh, so you do ask?
Yeah, all the time. Cause I want to know. Cause it be certain, like I interviewed a girl. And I found out, where she from, into it with, like, some people. And I'm like, yo, like, y'all just did a show together. Yeah. And she was like, yeah, I went on stage with them, though. And I was like, whoa, like, you just don't know stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm from the South Side, but I don't know what the West End got going on, North Side got going on, East End. I don't know who they into it with because I ain't from over there. So it's like, you got to ask those questions because you can mention somebody in an interview that may be popular and they may be into it with them. You know what I'm saying? Then they might say something crazy on your platform. Then they gonna holler at you about it. They not gonna hit them up. They gonna be like, nah, you interviewed them though. So
and that's like I want no parts of that.
Right.
It's hard to stay out of it because one way or another you might not even know. But everybody here knows everybody.
Yeah, so for sure.
I did find out about a situation. 2 people I had on my podcast. They weren't in the best terms. I was like that, but didn't even know.
Yeah.
It's like. Like
you gotta do your research on it. And then like I said, I just be paying attention, bro.
Yeah.
You pay attention to people who don't support people, all that.
Yeah.
And you'll see who into it with.
I don't want to name drop or anything. I might even cut this out, but like, after I have a good connection with Chop. Chop is like my main man. He's the one that really got us up here, and I saw they was getting into it.
Yeah.
And it's like it's like one of the situations like, yeah, I am the podcast guy, but I also don't want to burn bridges because of something like that.
Right, right. I get it for sure. Yeah, I know that. I heard about that too. I'm aware of that too. I know Chop too. I seen Chop out here, and I salute Chop. When I saw him, he saluted me for what I've been doing as far as the media. He had to do that. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I got love for Chop too, for sure. And
it's good that since you're a radio host, I'm a podcast guy. Yeah. There's other people that may be radio hosts and podcast people. But it's like people like you and me, we're not here to stir nothing up.
Right.
On the other hand, there are other podcasts and other platforms that do want to stir it up, or blogs.
That's true.
That's the difference, though.
Yeah, exactly. It's a big difference. But like, and then some people might be radio and they might not know nothing. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So like, I always keep my ear to the streets. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, I have people that's really into it. Like, you know, that's really a part of this war. So it's like it hit different for me.
Well, it's been like maybe like since you lived in Richmond your whole life, born and raised, right?
Yeah, born and raised.
Born and raised. I mean, what's been like a very memorable, and you don't have to name drop, or maybe like a memorable situation or beef, maybe something escalated. Like I guess like
I ain't really I mean, I was into it with people, but you talking about me?
Not exactly you personally involved, maybe one that you know of.
Oh, like in the city?
Yeah, maybe
like
back in the days.
That situation at Huguenot, bro. With the graduation, you know what I'm talking about? Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I didn't know dude, but like, you know, I heard, like I grew up in St. John's Wood. He did too. You know what I'm saying? So I knew some of his people, and my little cousin and them real cool with him. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I didn't know him personally, but I know people involved on both sides of that situation. Yeah. So that kind of, and then it put a light on the city. Like my grandmama called me about that. You know what I'm saying? People from all over the world, all my family members all over the world called me about that situation. So, you know, because it was global. That was on what? CNN, bro.
It was at the Siegel Center at VCU, right?
Nah, it was at Altria Theater.
Altria. Oh, okay. Yeah. This was the one back in like May, right?
Yeah, recent. Yep.
Yeah. That was when I was graduating, and that's when I heard about that.
Yeah.
You know, what are your thoughts on like gun rights? Now, maybe not. I'm not trying to get political.
I get what you're saying.
Like, you know, like I guess like, you know, because it was a gun that killed him, right?
Right.
Because like it at times it does get out of hand. You
know. I think like I personally don't like firearms. Right. I think they dangerous. I hate them. But I'm not dumb. I feel like you need one. You know what I'm saying? Even though I don't like them, I will protect myself. So that's how I feel about gun rights. I don't really like guns at all. Yeah. But it's like, yo, you need it. You know what I'm saying? Especially what's going on now.
Yeah.
For sure.
Especially like, you know, nowadays it's crazy how old like the young kids, and you know, you can say in the streets or even the ones not in the streets, everybody's has a gun now.
Of course. And it was kind of like that when I was growing up. I mean, you got to understand, like I remember when Instagram came out. So it's like it's different. But I remember people getting guns in middle school, bro. You know what I'm saying? So it's like it's kind of like on brand, bro. It's just, you know, it's just now you see it a lot more, and then now it's escalating. You know, situations like, you know, like we just talking about. So
I was reading the other day on Instagram. I saw a post on Instagram the other day. I believe this was old, but I had heard about it before. But I saw it on my feed again. It was like this girl had her dad's gun or something. She accidentally shot herself.
Wow.
It's crazy. It's crazy with like, I personally, I'm with you on that. Like I do like guns.
Right.
Just because I got more into it because my coworkers and stuff. Okay. And when I do turn 21, I will probably carry one.
Right.
Because you are right. I feel like you kind of have to nowadays.
Of course.
People
have to.
Will get you for anything now.
Yeah, for sure. And then you got to, like you was talking about, gun safety. Like, you know, even though I be around people that have guns, or, you know, been around people that have guns, you would never see me ever in my life with a gun in my hand on Instagram, ever.
Yeah, that's probably the dumbest thing you can do.
Or nothing like that. Like, we won't have guns and videos, none of that. And I have access, like, I could do a rap video with 100 guns like they do. I could do it. I really know people that could do that for me. But it's just, you know, it's foolish, you know. Yeah. So I never do that, bro, ever. So.
Question time.
Bet. Let's get it.
Let's see.
If you could live in a cartoon, which one would it be? It's funny, me and my girl be having conversations about cartoons. I ain't really watched cartoons growing up.
Really?
But yeah, I always like real shows. I'm weird, bro. Like I like live studio audience. That's like my favorite type of shows. But as far as cartoons, I would like to be in. Let's do Static Shock, man.
You know, I might sound uncultured. I don't know what that is.
You gotta tap in, bro.
Culture. Wait.
It's Static Shock.
Static Shock.
Static Shock. It's a superhero cartoon.
Okay.
X-Men. Yeah, check it out, bro. It was on Disney.
Okay.
Disney.
Okay.
Well, it might have been on Disney XD. You know that.
Yeah, I do remember Disney XD. Disney XD was a cool Disney. Yeah.
I remember when they came out with that. But yeah, man, classic. check that out.
I always probably say SpongeBob.
Okay. Yeah, my girl loves SpongeBob.
Yeah. So, who are maybe some interviewers or podcasters, people that you like watching, maybe people you look up to?
As far as in the interview space, I like real real journalism, bro.
Yeah.
I like these people, that's doing the podcasting now too. Like I'm a fan of like Gilly and them, $1 Million Worth of Game. I actually went to go see them live.
Really?
And in DC.
Like a live podcast?
Yeah, they did one when they first came out. This before they're big now. They was big then too, but this like when they was first starting.
Okay.
And this was their first live tour, and it was their first show. And I went to DC to go see them because I was a big fan of them. So it was dope. But yeah, I love Gilly. Big fan of Charlamagne. Love Charlamagne. Who else is I'm a big fan of, bro? I'm also you're talking about old journalism. There's somebody you might not know, Lester Holt. You know what that is?
No, I don't.
Yeah, real journalism. You know what I'm saying? From back in the day. Who else, bro? In the interview space. I don't know. I like Speedy. You know who Speedy is? Speedy Norman. He be on Complex.
I feel like I've heard the name. Yeah. Wait, Speedy, is it the one that does the shoe shopping? No.
Yeah, he do that too.
Yeah. Okay, I know him
because
from
Complex do all that. But yeah, Speedy's cool. I rock with Speedy. Who else I like? I like Wayno. You know who Wayno is? He was on that what they had with DJ Academics at that time on Complex. Who else I like, bro? That's a good question. I like Joe Budden sometime.
I feel like Joe Budden is
he be on some BS, but sometime he all right. He cool. Joe cool.
It's crazy how podcasts in general, like the podcast interviews, have gotten a lot more attention in the last 2 years. Those are bigger interviews than maybe going to news station or it's crazy.
And I think it's because the internet space and then COVID. COVID had a lot to do with it. You know what I'm saying? So everybody wanted to get in podcasting after COVID. But yeah.
You like Theo Vaughn?
Who?
Theo Vaughn?
Who's that?
You don't know Theo Vaughn?
Nah, you gotta put me on. Who's that?
I feel like you've probably seen.
I've seen him and just didn't know who he was.
You just don't know by his name.
Yeah,
he's real big. You know Joe Rogan though, right?
Yeah, of course.
He's Joe Rogan's friend.
Oh, okay.
He has a podcast too. He's a comedian. He's real funny.
Okay, bet I'm gonna check him out.
What's your favorite interview you've ever watched? The one
favorite
that
interview.
It might be the funny, which is your favorite interview.
Favorite? I don't know about favorite. It's one I come back to though. It's a guy named Glasses Malone. You should look him up. He's from California, but he's very controversial. He'll go in there and say some crazy stuff, like Tupac wasn't a legend, and you'll be like, what? But he might have a valid point. You know what I'm saying? It was one point that he always does interviews, but it was one interview he was talking about Lil Nas X, right?
Oh, so this is recent.
Recent, yeah. Okay. And he was like, yo, Lil Nas X, is gay, right?
But he's not really gay, right?
I don't think he is.
Yeah.
But he was saying that Lil Nas X doesn't make good music. He was like, he's gay, but he was like, Elton John is gay, but he makes good music.
Elton John's gay?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
You didn't know that? Yeah.
Nah,
yeah,
I know a few of his big songs, but I didn't know he was gay.
But he makes what? Good music, right?
Yeah.
It was questionable stuff about Michael Jackson, but he makes what? Good music.
Michael Jackson does look gay.
Yeah, but he makes good music. So his point was he don't care about his sexuality. The quality of the music is trash. So I just like people that just have good opinions on certain stuff, or if they go super left, if people go super left with topics. I like that. I take on a challenge. I like stuff like that.
The Breakfast Club then, right?
Of course.
I feel like my favorite interview of all time, I remember I was in 8th grade watching it, was the one with Breakfast Club and 6ix9ine, both of them.
Oh yeah, I remember that. I've seen that.
That one was real.
Yeah, that was funny.
It was funny, and the way 6ix9ine was talking, he even, on this first interview, before it was recorded, he was like, this is going to be your most watched interview.
Yeah, I remember.
And he called it. I don't know. That to me was the greatest interview I've ever seen.
For real?
Yeah.
That's a good one. I know what you're talking about.
Even that to me at the time, I was a big 6ix9ine fan. So when I came on to y'all show's Dinner Plate, I felt like I was 6ix9ine at the Breakfast Club. I was like, yo.
Yeah, 6ix9ine, man. I mean, what happened to him was crazy, man. You know what I'm saying? So.
Did you watch the Cat Williams interview that's going around?
I watched a little bit of it. I didn't watch it fully. But I rock with Cat. I don't think Cat is a liar. I don't think none of that. I think everything he's saying on point.
I didn't watch the full interview, but I saw one part that really kind of the two parts of competition. One was he said like all the big comedians all had the same looking wife.
Yeah.
And the fact that he thinks Kevin Hart's not really actually funny. He thinks people just pay him and give him a script of things to say. Like, or in certain movies, he said that Kevin Hart played like a gay role or played gay. And that Cat Williams was the one that he's been offered all those roles before and he turned it down. What, you know?
Will you ask me what I think about that?
Yeah, because like the industry is
I mean, like I said, my cousin in the industry, so like a lot of stuff, a lot of like that Illuminati and Diddy parties, like I kind of like know about that stuff a little bit more than the average Joe. But I personally like Kevin. You know what I'm saying? I personally like Kevin Hart, and I like everything he do. I think Kevin Hart, I don't know about him being funny, but I like his work ethic. You feel me? He remind me of like a Jay-Z or somebody, like as far as comedy, you know what I'm saying? As, besides him, that took it to where he at. He's real, Kevin Hart real big, up there with like Eddie Murphy and people like that, So I like Kevin, but like I said, Cat, I don't think he's a liar. You know what I'm saying? I put up a Twitter post because I really don't like Kanye. I'm not a fan of Kanye.
Okay, because of what? Like,
the controversial stuff. Because some stuff, like with me, I'm big. I'm like what they consider like pro-black, I guess. So I'm real big on Black history. You know what I'm saying? I know my Black history very well. So when you play with that type of stuff, I don't rock with it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If you anything else you do, all the other stuff, that's cool. But once you start playing with that type of stuff, I can't rock with you. So I feel like Cat Williams is what people think Kanye is when they be saying, yeah, Kanye is, against the system. He's exposing. Cat Williams is really that. Kanye is a fraud. You know what I'm saying? That's how I feel.
I think a lot of things Kanye said was, at the time, everybody thought was like, yo, what the fuck? This dude's tripping, right? Yeah. And certain things, he maybe were true. Cause
some of it, but it's like
the way the media came and everything, it's like they were trying to like censor him in a way.
I get what you're saying, but some of it is like for attention too. Like Kanye will do that and then drop an album. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, it's not like he doesn't really mean that. And then, I look up to people like Martin Luther King, Malcolm X, Muhammad Ali, people like that. They really stood on something and they didn't care about money or nothing. Muhammad Ali, back in the day in the military, you had to get drafted, right? Muhammad Ali, didn't go to the draft and got arrested because he stood on morals. People today not doing that type of stuff. He missed out on a boxing match that would cost a lot of money, because he didn't want to go to the draft. He got locked up and everything. People not doing stuff like that. That's really activism. That's really, protesting. That's real protesting. You know what I'm saying? If you don't care about money, nothing, you stand on your morals, I'm going to do what I'm going to do. That's real.
You don't see a lot of that now in this industry.
Because they not like that for real. They fake. Everybody's an activist now. You got to think about it. Back in the day, you had certain people who were. It's people that didn't rock with Martin Luther King for what he was doing. Black people. It's like, he's doing too much. He getting us killed. So it's like you have to be that person that step out and do stuff like that.
Martin Luther King, when he was protesting and his movement wasn't too long ago, right? It was like 1940?
No, 60s. It was 60s, 60s, 70s, yeah.
Damn.
He died in 68. My mom was born in 68. That's how I know that. But yeah, he died in 68, yeah.
You say your cousin was like, he's the one that has a blog, the media page in the industry. And you said you know a little bit more than the average person. Are there like certain situations you could talk about that like?
I mean, I don't know. I wouldn't say firsthand, but he always like, gave me that game, it's not what you think it is, the industry, and I kind of seen that being around him. You'll meet people, you think they got all this money. They don't. You know what I'm saying? You think everybody's gangster. They're not. They will call the police on you. A lot of these rappers that's toting guns, if you say something wrong, they might cry or they get upset, all that type of stuff. You even see that even here, bro. You post something, rappers be in your DM mad and stuff. It'd be like, I thought y'all portray a street image. Real street dudes wouldn't be mad at that type of stuff. You know what I'm saying? So I just kind of seen it from a different lens, and he always, put that bug in my ear, like, yo, it's not what you think it is. You know what I'm saying?
Bringing up rappers, right? So since you are a radio host and now you run the Instagram page for the Dinner Plate, how do you deal about people that, let's say they hit you up, I want to come on your show, but you don't really want to have them on? How do you go about, like...
telling them no?
Or just not even responding? Like, what do you do with that?
I just don't respond. I'm kind of hard nosed, bro. I just don't respond.
Because that's kind of what I've had to been doing. Because
but sometimes, you know, like I had, you know, like my podcast, for example. I just don't interview anybody. Like anybody can come up there. I gotta really be a fan of you and stuff. And somebody had hit me up and they was like a stripper or something. And I was like you're not doing nothing. All you do is strip. So it's like I wouldn't interview you. You know what I'm saying? But I told him like, yo, I do kind of want to start a podcast that's more like personal and I talk about my thoughts. You could be my co-host. I did it to him like that. You know, I don't know about you coming on mine. We could start a whole nother thing.
Wait, any chance I know her?
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know. But I told her that, and then she was, you know, I didn't get no response because we was talking about money, and you know, you putting money into some people. Oh nah, you know, they don't want to do all that. But that's what I'm saying. Like, you know, if I feel like if you don't have no substance or you're not doing nothing, I'm not just gonna interview you. If you're a rapper, you got 2 songs on SoundCloud. What am I?
Yeah, that's true.
Know, what are we talking about?
Yeah, especially like a lot of people would just come on, like we were saying earlier, a lot of people come on your show to get some, I don't know, find a way to get some attention.
Yeah, but you have to have something going on. You have to have a catalog. You have to have a history, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? People everybody now, because of podcasting, I can get on there, I can talk, but who are you?
Yeah.
Nobody.
And it sounds like a very like cocky thing to say, but it's not, because it's like, same time you got to carry your platform how you want to carry yourself. That's your platform is your image.
Exactly. So it's like you gotta put people up there that are doing something with that. You know what I'm saying? And then like, you know, I also deal with stuff like my first podcast, I interviewed an LGBTQ rapper, right? Everybody was like, yo, why you do that? You know, you supposed to be for the streets, right? But it's like, you know, I would do something like that because it's different. Yeah. You looked at it like, man, it's different. Yeah. But it also catches the eye too.
Yeah. At the same time, I may or may not do that, but I don't want to bring attention from that community.
You know what I'm saying? But I did it because I could care less what people say about me. Second, it was somebody like, even though he's gay or whatever, his people really from the streets. Like I know his people. I know his uncle and them. They serious people. They nothing to play with. So it's like he got street ties. So it's like, I did it just because I wanted to do it. And then the shock value of it, like you just look like, yo, that's crazy. But most people will watch it.
Yeah, they would.
And then what happened was a lot of people that said why I did that, they watched it. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
I was going to bring a transgender on here, like an actual full transgender, but she only speaks Spanish, so I didn't do it. Because like the majority of my audience is Spanish. Even though I can speak Spanish and everything, the audience doesn't.
I would do that too, bro.
Yeah.
I would do it. I don't care, bro.
You know what's crazy? How you guys even brought it up on the interview when I came on the Latino community. Yeah. Like I did an episode with Latino DJ. That episode did really good.
Yeah, you should tap into that.
The Latino community was like.
Yeah. My girl, Latino too. So.
Oh yeah, where's she from?
She from Puerto Rico.
Oh, Puerto Rico. Okay,
she's Puerto Rican and black. So yeah.
You know, who are some of your favorite rappers?
My favorite rappers, like top 5 or just favorite rappers? You want to do favorite rappers now or you want to do top 5?
Let's do favorite rappers now, and then who's your GOAT?
Okay. Favorite rappers now. I like lyricists, bro. Like I don't listen. I listen to trap music, but not really. I like drill. It's like my taste of music is like real simple. It's like drill super killing, or is it like super duper lyricists like Eminem, and then I listen to like K Flock like on the same playlist. So that's different because you're like that's kind of they not in the same lane. So right now I like Benny the Butcher, West Side Gun. J. Cole, I love J. Cole. Yep. Dave East, I'm like that type of guy. Jadakiss, I'm bumping that type of stuff. Cameron.
Have you met Jadakiss?
Nah, I ain't never met Jada.
Because I know he was in town.
He was. I was trying to get in that show. I couldn't get in that joint. But Jadakiss, Cameron. I'm gonna try to name some newer rappers. I like NLE Chopper, bro. Low key, I like NLE Chopper. I like Fulio too. I be listening to Fulio sometimes too. Fulio hard. I like all the drill people. Most of them.
Like Richmond or like just industry drill?
All of it.
Okay.
Now Richmond, I don't listen to a lot of them. Like unless I know some of them, I know. Yeah. I know some of them drill rappers. Some of them I know. I listen to them because they my people. But I ain't really like bumping Richmond drill heavy. You know what I'm saying?
I don't really bump it. I don't bump a lot of Richmond either. Mainly just the ones I bring on. Right. One that like I do like a lot of his music now, so I brought him on. Waddy Wapo.
Okay. He's hard. He's hard. He's from the South too.
He hard. You know WB Splush?
Yeah, I was just doing my research on him the other night.
You know what's crazy? I mean, I didn't even know until he came. Literally, we was here the other day. He's 16.
Yeah, he young.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, he young dude.
Damn,
yeah. He from Jackson Wood.
Okay.
Yeah, that's why his name WB, War Boys.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah, he from Jackson Wood.
You know when you say you interview, you research people. How do you go about doing research? Do you go very into depth with it, or?
Yeah, I'm super into depth. I do a lot of watching music videos. Okay. You know, Instagram pages, Twitter. Yeah. I may look up stuff too, and then I mean, like I said, especially in Richmond, I might know them. You know what I'm saying? Like people like Mia Money. I've been knowing Mia Money when she wasn't in a wheelchair.
Okay.
That's how long I've been knowing her. So it's like when we did an interview, it was kind of like, hey, it's finally nice to meet you. But she said that on the joint, you've been supporting me from day one. A lot of people just started supporting me when I got in the wheelchair.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So some of these people I know and I've been following their journey. I'm one of those people, I follow people for years and be paying attention, they wouldn't even know. And then I interview them like, yeah, I've been in tune with everything you've been doing for years. So,
it's you. So you have been in the media game, Richmond, for a while now. Right. Well, you say a couple of years now.
Yeah, since I was 16, I'm 24.
So good, 7 years.
Okay. Yeah.
What? I don't see too many. Mm-hmm. There are some, but I don't see too many like podcasts or interview kind of platforms.
It's not.
Was there maybe one back in the days that was around that isn't around anymore?
In Richmond? It's a good question, bro. I don't think so, bro. Nothing that's like being, I don't remember nothing too crazy. It was a lot of rappers, like before, you had your Kiddos and all, Kai and all of them. It was a lot of rappers before that people don't talk about. Okay. Yeah, a lot of rappers.
What some of them?
Junie, he used to be signed to Salute ENT. Yeah. Who else? Actually, Trap Taz Kai, he got an uncle named Tub. Tub is actually why his name is Trap Taz. Tub has a label called Trap Taz ENT. Oh, so, okay. And I know Kai personally, though. Like, I know his sister. I know his whole family personally. But Tub was a big-time rapper in Richmond. That was his uncle. He from Jackson Wood. And then he just kind of took the Trap Taz and, now it's War Boys, and they just made it big. But who else was I? Bottom Life Youngin. He's out of jail now, though. You ever heard of him?
No, I think I've heard somebody called, like, Bottom Line Flat, or I may be wrong.
I know you're talking about.
Something like that, right?
But the dude I'm talking about, his name Bottom Life Youngin. He just got out. You should interview him because he was like that dude back in the day.
Did they post him on the blogs today?
They might have. He an older dude because you gotta think about it. He might have did like 10 years, bro, because that was a long time ago. This when I was young.
You said, let me add Bottom Life Youngin.
Yeah, Bottom Life Youngin. Okay, or you could just put him on YouTube and you'll see his stuff. But he an older dude. And who else? Crazy Buzz Nation. You need to tap in with them. That's an older clique too. It's a dude named South James. He lives in Atlanta now. He owns a sneaker shop.
Okay.
Crazy Buzz Nation was like that back in the day, especially in the South Side, because they from uptown. Who else, man? Junie. Who else? I'm trying to think, bro. Oh, it was another group. They was called Trill Entertainment. They all got indicted, though. They all got locked up.
Really? Like on a RICO case?
Yeah, like on a RICO case, basically. But they was hard, too. Who else? It's another joint. One of my OGs, his name Bip. I forgot the name of his group, but they like super older. They like 90s. Okay. But they like opened up for a lot of rappers and stuff and had deals and stuff back in the day. You should get Charged Up Veil on here too. You know what that is?
He's coming on this Saturday.
Oh, for real?
Or this Sunday he's coming on. Charged Up Veil? Yeah, he's coming on Sunday.
That's my OG, but he used to be signed to Motown back in the day, bro.
Yeah, he was telling me that.
Yeah, you gotta chop it up with him. So he like super serious. That's all I could really think of in the city. It was a lot though, like before, like I said, Kai, Kiddo, Chop, Sambo, all of the people that's out now. It was a lot more people back in the day. They just didn't have, the internet wasn't like it was today.
Yeah.
So it wasn't like, everybody knew them, but they had, they did big things, bro.
And it's crazy how like the internet is like, back in the days, for you to take rapping seriously,
you had to go to a label.
Yeah.
And rap and, pass out demos, stuff like that. That's how J. Cole made it. He stood out of Def Jam and passed his demo to Jay-Z. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So you had to do that, but you don't have to do that no more.
If you weren't doing radio or you weren't doing podcasting or you weren't working at a school, what could you see yourself doing maybe in the future, like a dream job or hobby? Or an alternative?
I want to, after I finish, like, you know, getting all the accolades, Grammys and all that, I want to go into film, bro. I want to write movies. I like film. I like the film world. Yeah, probably that, bro. I'm a writer at first, bro. I used to write articles too. So, yeah, man, I really like films, bro. I'm a big movie head.
It was like one of the good, like, memorable films, like, not like the entertaining ones, but you know how like they have good movies that may be boring for other people, but they're like.
I watched a movie recently that was a real good movie. It's an older movie called Man on the Ledge.
Man on the Ledge.
You ever seen that? Very good movie. It's older. But I look at film different too, bro. Like I be really looking at film like I like the way this was written. I look at series. I love series, bro. Like some series that's written real good. I love them, bro. I was stuck on Swarm. You ever heard of that?
No, I haven't.
Yo, that joint's crazy.
I don't watch.
You don't
TV,
watch TV like that?
Movies, series. I don't.
Yeah, I'm not like I don't watch series that everybody else watch.
Yeah.
But I do watch series. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
You know, one thing I want to bring up earlier. Since you are from Richmond and you born and raised, like I said, you've seen like the way the city has changed and the environment. What were your thoughts on the casino?
We needed it.
You think so?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Because you gotta think about it. See, the Coliseum was what the casino would have been. Like back in the day, everything used to be at the Coliseum. But they don't use it. It's like broke down. So it's like there's nowhere, like Beyonce couldn't come to Richmond. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Where's she gonna perform at? Tria, you know what I'm saying? Too small, because she's big. You know what I'm saying? So that's why people don't come here. Some people can't come here. Jay-Z not gonna be able to come here, bro.
Hell no.
You know what I'm saying? Nas came here, and I don't know how. I'm sure it was like dumb packed.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But it's like a lot of people cannot come here, bro. You know what I'm saying? Pharrell couldn't come here. He couldn't. Busta Rhymes couldn't come here. You know what I'm saying?
It's like, I know people had certain reasons why. But why do you think a lot of people voted no?
Voted no?
Yeah.
Because I'm gonna be honest with you, bro.
You think there has something to do with like racism in that too?
Kinda not. I mean, they just don't want, like, that was like in Richmond, bro. White folks don't want us to have nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? They just don't, bro. They want to keep it, in the county. That would be, if they would have did that like in Henrico, it would have went. You know what I'm saying?
I can see that happening. Yeah. Don't they want to change it to like Petersburg now?
That's crazy. They shouldn't do that.
I think that's last time I heard. That's where they want to go to next.
I don't know about that, bro.
That would be. You think that would be too much of a bad move? Like it would bring in the wrong crowd.
Petersburg dangerous, bro.
Yeah.
I went to Virginia State. It's right there.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. So Petersburg. No, I don't think that's a good move, bro.
Yeah, nah, shit.
Yeah.
But like, oh damn. What's something that you like to do, like your free time? Something when you're busy, when you're not busy. Something you like to do. Something like most people like wouldn't really see you doing.
I don't know, bro. I be really like on this media stuff all day, bro.
Yeah.
Like I watch series, but I watch interviews all day.
Yeah.
Podcasts all day. Like that's what I'm watching. Clips. No Jumper. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, No Jumper's good.
Yeah, No Jumper. I only like when they interview drill people because I grew up with them. You know what I'm saying? We grew up with like Lil Durk and King Von and King Yella and 600 Breezy and all them people.
Let me get your thoughts on something on that. Lil Durk and King Von. So you've known King Von for a long time now, right?
Of course. I know they always.
Do you think, a lot of people say this, right? Do you think King Von, do you think Lil Durk sacrificed King Von?
No,
you don't think so?
No, I know that.
You don't find it weird he got a Drake feature right after King Von died?
I thought he got it before.
That
joint didn't come out before?
Oh, it was, he got the Drake feature a month after King Von died.
For real?
Yeah. And I feel like ever since that Drake feature, Lil Durk has been like top of the industry.
Yeah, of course.
He was always, he had his buzz, but never really top of the industry.
Of course. Because when we interviewed him, when I met Lil Durk, All Hip Hop interviewed him.
Yeah.
He was at Def Jam, and I could tell like he wouldn't last at Def Jam. They weren't treating him right. So once he left there, I seen him blow. Because even when we met him, he was like sad. He didn't talk too much. But Def Jam, they did not rock with him like that. I think they tried to make Lil Durk turn into somebody like what Tootsie is. You know who Tootsie?
Yeah.
How he do like the singy R&B. They tried to push him over there.
Okay, I didn't know that.
And that's not his lane. He's like a street singer. You know what I'm saying?
And he does he can get an R&B song. And
he could do it, but it's like that's not all of him though. They tried to they tried to make him like pop. Remember My Beyonce with Dej Loaf? You ever heard that song?
No.
Yeah, that's whack. It's popish. But I'm saying like they tried to make him like pop, but that's not who he was, bro. And then when the label he had now, they weren't like a big label. So they had all the attention on him. You know what I'm saying? He was like probably like the biggest guy over there. So that's why he blew up too. Cause it's like, if you the biggest guy over here, we could put all the money into you.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
True.
So it's like Def Jam, everybody on Def, if you look at it, a lot of your biggest artists started on Def Jam. You know what I'm saying? So it's like he wasn't a priority.
You know, I've heard of Def Jam. They're very famous, but like,
yeah, it's a record.
Do you know who runs it?
I don't know who run it now, but it was founded by Russell Simmons, Run DMC brother. Yeah.
You know, here in Richmond, who do you think are some of like Richmond's icons? You could say like
icons.
Maybe like
as far as rap or just in general?
In general.
Richmond or Virginia?
I say Richmond.
You got Mad Skills. You know what that is?
Mad Skills?
Yeah.
Is he a DJ?
No, he's a rapper. Well, he does DJ now, but he's a rapper.
I think I know him because a DJ friend of mine told me about him.
Yeah, he used to be like signed to like Timberland back in the day.
Okay.
You know, people like Jay-Z, you know, people like that. He was in the New York space heavy back in the day. Yeah. But he's like one of the icons, you know what I'm saying? Who else?
Lonnie B up there.
Yeah, Lonnie B for sure. Yeah, for sure. And then, you know, people like, I'll say B Sounds too, bro. Like B Sounds, if you listen to radio when you in the 2010s, you know who B Sounds is if you was from Richmond.
So he's been in the game for a minute now.
Yeah, you know exactly who he is.
I gotta get him on here.
You know, B Sounds, I say Lonnie B. Who else? And then I'll take it from away from rap, politicians, people like Doug Wilder, the first black governor of Richmond.
What was that?
He was I was super back in the day, but he did a lot. Like he you know Iverson, right? You know who Allen Iverson is, right?
Oh yeah.
So when Allen Iverson, before he went to Georgetown College and played and got to the league, he was in high school. He was a very good basketball player, right? He was kind of like, you know, LeBron, kinda.
Yeah.
But he was very big. But he got into this brawl in high school with these white kids. He got into this fight at a bowling alley. They tried to sentence him for like 3-5 years. It was gonna mess his whole career up. Doug Wilder, the governor at the time, got Iverson, got him pardoned, basically. You know what I'm saying? And then he went to college, and then he became Allen Iverson, who we know today. So it's like Doug Wilder was doing stuff like that. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So he's like a part of great. You know, that's a big moment because we wouldn't know who Allen Iverson is right now if he didn't do that.
That's crazy.
You get what I'm saying? So it's like I say Doug Wilder, Richmond, bro. That's a good question, bro, because Richmond don't have a lot of
Chris Brown is technically from Richmond,
or he's from Tappahannock.
Tappahannock, okay.
Yeah, he's from Tappahannock. So that's like
with Trey Songz.
He from Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
So yeah, Richmond don't have nobody, bro. Mad Skills. That's about it.
What about I've heard of somebody. Isn't Young Land from Richmond? He got a pretty good experience in the industry though, right?
Yeah, he from Richmond, but you wouldn't know that. You know what I'm saying? Like you had to like figure that out. I didn't know that.
You think he don't really like rep it? You could say.
Not really. I don't know exactly where he from though. He might be from like the county or something. You know what I'm saying? I don't know where he from, but he don't rep it heavy. And then you see he had the studio here, and something must have happened because it's not here no more. He left. So
I forgot Mao, because he used to work there. He was the one that was telling me about that.
Yeah. So it's like, you know, something must have happened where it got too dangerous because you know how it is especially when you run a studio. You know what I'm saying? He had a high price one, you know, so he left. You know what I'm saying?
You think it's just, you remember back in like COVID era when the George Floyd incident and there was a lot of protesting? Do you remember like I forgot the name of that one sneaker store. It was a really big sneaker store. Not Rotate.
Round 2.
Round 2.
Yeah.
When they closed down, went down. Was Round 2 was like
that. Yeah, it was like that.
Yeah.
But that's another situation. It got too crazy. One thing about businesses, they come here, and Richmond people just don't know how to handle themselves, and they leave. Yeah. Round 2 from Los Angeles. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So they ain't been back either. I actually saw a guy, speaking of Round 2, when I went to Some in the Water. I was like I had like a media pass. I went. Okay. I saw a guy that used to own Round 2.
Here in Richmond.
Yeah. He live up there now. He was like, cause he had on a Round 2 shirt. And I was like, oh man, Round 2. That was like, he was like, yeah man, I'm one of the owners. So it's like, man, them people got tired of that, especially after they vandalized. They left.
Yeah,
so.
And they had some expensive ass shoes.
Exactly, bro. It was, but round 2 was that place. You know what I'm saying? So.
I asked because like,
But biggest red flag in dating.
You automatically look at her and
look at
she
my girl,
waiting.
Right? Biggest red flag in dating. Biggest, I say intelligence. Like I feel like that's why one reason why me and my girl click. Like she's smart. Like she be getting stuff. Like I ask her. I like to test people. I'm one of those people. Like I test you. You know who was the I asked her who was the first president to live in the White House. That shit. Boom. You know the answer to that?
Oh, okay. I take a guess though.
Yeah, go ahead. It ain't who you think it is though.
It's probably not Thomas Jefferson.
Nah, that's too far.
The second president.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't even know who he is.
John
Adams.
Yeah. But yeah, that's my biggest red flag, intelligence.
Well, you because like what you think? Like you need a girl that's like kind of like
just intelligent, bro. Like, cause some girls just don't know like basic stuff. But I think like in school, like history, like excites me. A lot of people don't. It don't excite them. You know what I'm saying? Science excites me. So it's like my mindset is different. Like I'm always about facts and figures. I know stats and stuff like that. People just don't know that type of stuff.
History doesn't really excite me, but what does excite me, I remember a lot was space.
Okay, space. Dope.
I don't know what it is about space. Like I used to watch those like hour-long documentaries.
Okay.
Like the ones that like people probably watch to go to sleep. Yeah. I would have watched those like because they were entertaining.
Yeah, that's dope. That's different. That's a whole different thing.
Yeah.
That's super dope.
You think aliens are real?
Yeah, me and her was having this conversation.
Oh, really?
My mom got mad at me. Aliens not real. It's like, aliens not real. I think so. They just had a situation. Then they had something in the U.S. They say they saw big aliens or something.
And I think it was one in Mexico that they showed an actual alien from, I may be wrong, either from Venezuela or Paraguay. So they brought an alien that was from there. Like, wow. Yeah, they showed it and everything. And they revealed it in court.
Real, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think it's fake.
Something I want to get your thoughts on. You seen how I think it was 2-3 days ago the Epstein list came out?
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on that? Because
I'm a big Mike fan, man. Michael Jackson is like my favorite artist ever over rappers and all of that. So he was on there. That hurt my feelings. But I mean, I don't really be into that stuff. Like I ain't really. Once I saw him, I just kind of like I'm a big Mike fan. Everybody else, I could care less about. But Jeffrey Epstein and all of them, like I said, I know people in the industry, bro. So it's like none of this stuff is like it's like
it doesn't surprise you.
Nah, okay. I've been on about it. It's like it's on brand, bro. That's just the game. That's just really the game.
It's crazy. Why do you think if you're rich and famous and maybe you've already done you've lived several experiences, like you've had sex and everything, or why do you think they go to like crazy shit though?
Cause it's like,
do they get bored of?
I think it's like they talk about selling your soul. I don't think it's as dramatic as we think it is. But as you just have to do certain stuff if you want a certain type of money. You know what I'm saying? If you want to be a billionaire, it comes with certain stuff. You know what I'm saying? That's just really the game, bro. And the only way I feel like you can like maneuver through that type of stuff, selling your soul and rituals and all that, you have to be like super low key. You know what I'm saying? You have to be the guy that like stay around here and be a billionaire. You get what I'm saying? You drive a Nissan, nobody knows, you're not flashy. That's the only way you kind of get around it. People like Kendrick Lamar, he's a perfect example, right? He might be worth $100 million, but we don't see Kendrick Lamar, right? Yeah. He don't come outside. He be chilling. So it's like the only way you can kind of maneuver through that BS, you kind of gotta be like super detached. That's why you see a lot of people that's really like, that's not messed up and stuff. They super like away from it. They like be chilling. You know what I'm saying? Out the way. That's the only way you could get through it.
Maybe there are people that sell their souls, but they don't like try to be in the media. I guess a lot of people do want the attention more than the money. I don't know.
Of course, especially now.
Yeah,
especially now.
Nowadays, it's crazy how like the attention sometimes is worth more than the money because the attention brings money and influence isn't something money can exactly buy.
It just depends on what type of attention though. Like some people, there's some stuff I just don't want to be known for. But some people feel like, I'm gonna take it to that point as long as I get paid, and that's selling your soul in itself.
Yeah. Going against your morals.
Exactly. That's how I'm big on morals, bro. So it's like I would never do certain stuff.
What would be your dream life without selling your soul?
$100 million. Live on a island.
Which one?
It don't matter.
Don't matter. Just an island.
An island where it's not like a lot of tourists can go to. And I'm living on the island. I'm cool with all the people that live there, all the villagers. And I live on a beach. And I do yoga in the morning. I got free food. And that's it. That's all I want, bro. I don't really want nothing crazy.
One hurricane and it's gone.
Yeah, you're right. I didn't even think about that. But it's like, that's what I want. Something peaceful, bro. I just want, my dream life is just like peaceful, bro. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not flashy, bro. Like I want to be worth $100 million and live in like an apartment building. That's how I want to move. Live under my means. I don't want to be super chains and all that. Like that's not really my style. Even cars, like I ain't big on none of that. None of them cars, bro.
What would be your dream car though?
We both want Jeeps. Me and my girl, we both want
like
Jeep.
A regular.
Yeah, regular Wrangler.
Okay.
See, that's cheap. That's affordable. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? That's nothing crazy.
It's not like a dream car that's like out of reach. That's very possible. Okay.
And then also want like I want an Impala 1964.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of like Eazy-E. I'm a big fan of California music in general. So it's like I want one of those with the hydraulics. I want that, but that's about it. That's not super expensive either, though. So yeah, I don't want that crazy.
If rappers, they're the ones that got a lot of money, they can get the nice cars or the dream car, but they be getting like the flashy cars.
Yeah,
you don't see no rappers with taste.
Exactly.
Yeah, Rick Ross though.
Yeah,
Rick Ross do got some nice cars.
Yeah, he got some nice cars. He got a car show though. That might be his thing. You know what I'm saying? But nah, man, I really don't want a bunch of cars and all that. That's not really my steez. I want like real estate and stocks.
I feel that, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Bitcoin.
Dividends on stock. I feel like this is what I say. If I win the lottery, I don't know, a couple million, I'm putting it all into dividends. I don't know, Pepsi, Coke, because they pay good dividends.
Okay.
And if $1 million in like let's say Coke in dividends, that's $50K a year. But think about it though. That's good. You live for free now.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's good.
But it's like, what's been like the biggest or the biggest challenge or maybe the biggest lesson you've learned maybe since pursuing the interviewing or the radio, being you can say a host?
Challenge something my cousin told me. These rappers ain't your friends. You know what I'm saying? So that's something that kind of stuck with me. You know what I'm saying? It's never personal, it's business. So that's how I move. I always move business minded. I don't really mix personal like that. Like I didn't like help manage artists, A&R and all that too. And when you do that and then you get personal, it becomes bad, bro. That's why I always like separate it. You know what I'm saying? Even like me interviewing girls, I've never put up on no girl I ever interviewed.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Stuff like that you shouldn't do for your own reputation,
Yeah, but you know how the game is though. Yeah. That's what they do. Like my cousin just called me. She wanna do R&B. And she like got a big feature from a dude, but he wanted, some sexual stuff.
Oh shit.
But that's the game. Yeah. Like I told her, like, you gotta watch that. Cause she like, yeah, all these dudes hitting me up. She thinks she popping. That's the game. You know what I'm saying? You gotta be on point about stuff like that. So
it's crazy. People like that are like in you could say a position where you could bring benefit to people. They do take advantage of that. I wouldn't do some shit like that.
I wouldn't either.
Because at the same time, all it takes is that one person to go around or, get a little evidence posted on like, hey, Cdot.
Right.
Me. Yeah. They so-and-so.
Right.
It's over.
And then now, see, it's different now. So, like, you got the Me Too movement and, what's going on. So, it's like, you could do that now and, something can happen. Back in the day, it wasn't really like that. That's why, stuff coming out now. You got Diddy.
Or Dwight Howard.
Dwight Howard.
That was.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like stuff like that. You got to, now people are really outspoken. So you got to move different. Yeah. You can't move crazy.
It's I don't understand why they don't speak about it at the time, because that was like 20, 15 years ago. They come bring it up now.
Because of the time period. You got to think about it. Like, it's not the way it is now, bro. You could literally, like, not have a career for saying something like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it's like you have to, now they can do it. You know what I'm saying? But some of it, of course, is like money grabs and stuff too. Yeah. But some of it is like you couldn't do it at the time.
Well, nowadays people are more aware of things that they will actually believe it. They won't be like, damn, that surprised me.
But know? It's like, but back in the day, if you would have said that, you would have got blackballed. You know what I'm saying? So now people gonna listen. It's just a different time, bro.
Or like one I heard about. I don't know if you heard about with T.I. and his girl. What's her name? Is it Tiny?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I heard about that. I mean, I don't know I didn't read too much into it, but I heard about it. But it don't surprise me.
I think they drugged like the. I think they drugged the girl, brought her back. It's crazy.
None of this surprised me, bro.
You know, have you ever had like a friend or somebody you knew in the city or in general that like nowadays do a lot of the like fake rape accusations or like, you know, false allegations, and they could just throw off somebody's D1 career and everything. It's crazy.
I haven't ran into nothing like that. I know some serious, like some real stuff.
Yeah.
But I haven't ran into none of that. I don't know. I'm one of those guys too. Like if one of my homies was that, like, you know, accused of that, if back in the day, I probably would just be like, nah, I ain't rocking with him. But I want to, you know, I like to. Well, rape, I don't know, bro. It's hard. Rape is kind of different, bro. If it was something else, maybe I'd talk to him, but rape is like bad, bro.
See, this thing nowadays, everybody be throwing it around. The reason why I asked that is because earlier today, I think you might have seen it. Did you see a lot of the blogs were posting how, well, it kind of has something to do with that. So this girl went around telling everybody, it was a college student, went around telling everybody that he gave her HIV and other things. And she basically, you know, did him dirty on the media and everything. It ruined his reputation. And they brought out the evidence that she was lying about it. Dang. So they were posting it on the blogs and everything. Like, he didn't actually do it. But it's crazy. Just one word, one allegation, and
it's over.
Your image is done.
It's over.
I had that happen to a friend of mine recently.
Wow.
Yeah.
Damn.
I don't want to speak too. I won't speak too much about like what is he does and everything. But basically, it's like somebody wanted to. Basically, he runs a group of people in a certain like you know, what is like a category of Richmond, right? So the people that were inside of that group wanted to start their own group. So what they did is they left, made allegations. So everybody that was affiliated with this group, thought bad of them, ruined their reputation. They started their own group.
Wow.
It's it's almost like you bite the hand that feeds you.
Dang, bro.
And this was like, I think like, this was like 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks.
But like I said, like that's. Especially today, that's why I move a certain way, bro. Yeah. Like we were just talking about, business and personal. Like I'm really like strictly business, bro.
You know, what is the biggest lesson you've learned in your life or in the industry, you could say, or like in
my life,
this industry?
Like back we were just saying, like, you know, trusting people, bro.
Yeah.
Staying focused. You know, need to stay focused. Like we was just saying, bro, like, you know, people just can't be trusted, bro. You got to keep it business. That's just how I be moving now. At first, I used to put my feelings into it, but you get your feelings hurt a couple of times, it's like, nah, you know, you got to stay focused. So.
Yeah, yeah, that's true. You know, is there something that you want to talk about that maybe I didn't bring up?
Not really. I mean, I just wanted to come on here, man. I salute what you was doing, bro. You know what I'm saying? I really support what you was doing. And also, this one I want to talk about. When you started doing your jump, when you started doing your podcast, I've been doing podcasts, but I've never done it to this level. People was hitting me up like, you should be doing that, right? And I was like, so, you know how it go, bro. If people hit you up, most people will hate, man. Forget, dude. You know what I did when they did that? I hit you up immediately, man. I salute everything you doing. I want to be a part of what you're doing. So that's just how I move, bro. Like,
I appreciate that.
If I see somebody doing something that I feel like, you know, I want to do, like, you inspire me, bro. And I came out before you did, but you inspired me because you took it to this level. You at a big level, you know what I'm saying? And you hot, bro. You doing your thing,
I appreciate that. It means
the views, I see the reels, so I salute it. When I see people like that, I want to support them. Some people just want to take it away. That's how people move. I'd rather work with you. You know what I'm saying?
I appreciate that. I mean, shit, I appreciate you coming on because, like, you know, like you said, you've been in the same game for a lot longer.
Right.
You know, some things that I don't, maybe some challenges that I will run to eventually.
Yeah, for sure. That's why I told you, bro. Just hit me up.
Yeah.
You know, I send you people, all that, bro. Give you some game, all that. I got you, bro, for sure.
I appreciate that. You know, lastly, one thing I ask everybody that comes on, but if you had the chance to give the whole world a message, what would it be?
Message. Stay focused. Pursue your dreams. Don't let nobody, you know, tell you otherwise. But just stay focused, bro. A lot of people just don't be focused. That's my main thing to the world. Stay focused. stay positive, stick to your morals, you know, gain integrity. If you don't have it, gain it, learn what it is, understand it, stand on business, man. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, for sure.
Something people need to hear. So
yeah, for sure.
Cdot, I appreciate you live for coming on, bro.
Appreciate you,
means
bro.
a lot.
For sure.
Thank you guys so much for watching. We out later.
Deuces.